Very soon I will receive the report. But as far as I am concerned, I haven't received the report yet. We will receive the report. My government will sit over it. It will not be my personal decision. It will be the decision of my government. But now I will seize this opportunity. There is a piece of advice that I want to make. The piece of advice is directed to the IEC. If anybody is a member of the IEC, automatically you are the referee. And if you are the referee, you must be independent. If you are independent, it makes the job easy for you. If you are independent, it makes the job easy for the players. If you are independent, it makes it very easy for all the parties to accept the final results, the final decision of the Gambian people. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's the president. All right.
He is now leaving the IEC premises, and anytime from now he will start a tour of the KMC heading towards a pipeline all the way to Tallinn. It's going to be very interesting as the president is expected to have a grand nomination rally compared to that of the United Democratic Party, the main opposition party in the Gambia. So that's the live scene coming to you live from the election house in Carnifing East. We're giving you all the latest details about the 2021 presidential nominations, and from what we understand, the president's nomination will be the last nomination for today's nomination filing, and tomorrow we'll be expecting other candidates, and tomorrow as well is going to be the last day of the nominations, and on Saturday we're expecting to hear from the IEC to know the people who have been selected for the nomination, the candidates I mean. So it is interesting out here and the ambience is very high. So that's the president leaving the IEC premises, heading for a short tour around the KMC or heading towards Tallinn to be holding a rally there with his counterparts, that's the APRC and other parties that have joined his national party shortly before the nomination of 2021. So that's the live environment here, and currently the president is gearing up. He has in steam, all getting prepared. The convoy is fully set. All they're waiting for to board his vehicle so that they can start the tour anytime from now. That's a live scene. The president is still yet to leave the premises of the IEC, and from now he is beginning to leave the premises and accompanied by full security, a tight security.
He was trying to describe the scenes there at the Independent Electors Commission, and like he was saying, the president have finally and formally submitted his nomination papers to the Independent Electoral Commission. Shortly right after, he spoke to the media like we expected, and of course he did not give a long statement, by the way, but very short and precise. He talks on development. That's his slogan, of course. No infrastructure, of course. No infrastructure need no development, sort of. That's what he was trying to say. But firstly, he extended his condolences to the families of those that have lost their life, who were on their way to the nominations, who were involved in a fatal accident, like he said. So on behalf of the government and the people of the Gambia, and of course to the other political parties that are in the alliance, he extended his condolence to the family and loved ones of those who lost their lives. And apart from that, he also talked about APRC and NRP, of course, NPP, the alliance. He said APRC is a bona fide political party like any other political party. So I think that he's also talked about that. And he concluded by sending an advice to the IEC officials, who are the referees and he advised him to be independent. As a referee, you are expected to be independent, and the rest would be on the Gambian people. Of course, it will be for the Gambian people to decide. So that is precisely the message of the president. But we will go back to our reporters on the ground who are very close and keenly listening to the president to tell us about what he had to say. But that will be probably a little later. Binta, President Barrow has finally filed his nomination papers, and he have touched on some very interesting issues. He didn't say much, but he talked about why he is seeking for re-election. He talked about development, that his also he talked about his slogan and all that. APRC NPP is not seemingly fading away the alliance, because we all know what happens. But he have, of course, reiterated his position with regards to the why NPP had to join alliance with the APRC. So what did you make of the president's remarks?
So the president said, of course, the APRC, they are a very it's not like yeah, right. So now looking at that prospect, I think he is right when it comes to the IEC laws. They are a registered party, of course, with the IEC, and of course the Fabakary Tombonjata led executive are the names that are submitted at the IEC, so they are legit. Also, he talked about development. He said his main focus in the presidency is development, and he is focusing on that. He is going to do more if re-elected as the Gambian president. He also talked about the best interest of the nation, and that is in fact he joined with the APRC
for reconciliation.
Yeah, so he thinks it's the best interest of the nation. Of course, others would say, no, this is not for the best interest, it's for your own interest. Of course, others would say that. So he also, the most important thing is advising the IEC to be neutral, I mean, to be independent. What I don't understand is, do he have any reservations when it comes to the IEC?
I think that will be the thing here, because at some point there have been a lot that have been said about the IEC, especially the chairman himself. At some point, even the former chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission have called for the removal of the current chairman. But again, whether that's these are some of the things that he have been hearing, or what, or does he have any other reservations? Like he said, that's another thing. But he is the only one that have talked about the issue of the IEC with regards to their position. But according to him, it's an advice he have sent out to them. As referees, they are expected to be independent. So that's quite very interesting. I don't know how the IEC is going to receive that message. Would there be any reaction from them? Or how is the other political parties also going to receive that message, and would they also react? That's another thing. But apparently the president right now, as you see, he's leaving the IEC grounds. He has submitted his nomination papers. So ko defé rek ñu fatali len ba légui yéen a ngi ànd ak Eyeafrica TV ngeen di seetaan li nga xamantene mooy nomination bi nga xamantene président Barrow moom moo ko doon amal léegi ni joxe na kayit yi nga xamantene yooyu leen doon xaar pour mu joxe ko. Gis ngeen mbooloo bu takku ay junne nit ñoom ñoo ñëw pour gunge ko. Of course nit ñi bari nañ lool, waaye tamit ñu fàttali rek ne NPP dafa ànd ak yeneen political party. APRC bokk na ci te tax ba tax sax gis nañ ci APRC ñu bari ñoom Fabakary Tombong Jatta moom moo nekk di interim wala boog di party leader of the APRC.